Right, so what a 24 hours this has been for Chelsea fans, myself included, because less than 24 hours after we lift the Super Cup at long last against Villarreal, we announced Romelu Lukaku as our new signing. 10 years on since he signed as an 18-year-old kid from Anderlecht in 2011, he is finally back at Chelsea Football Club, a world-class striker, exactly what we've been crying out for the whole of last season. We finally got it, and now we can really look forward to a proper title challenge under Thomas Tuchel next season. And yeah, it just looks absolutely brilliant to finally see him, with that Chelsea shirt, with Marina Granovskaya. It's just absolute scenes, and yeah, I'm really, as you can tell, happy that he's back at the club, because as I said, it's exactly what we've needed the whole of last season, when we were drawing games against the likes of Brighton and Leeds and Southampton and those kind of teams, dropping too many points against the so-called lesser sides, no disrespect. Romelu Lukaku will definitely help us in turning those draws into wins and getting us up the table and getting us into potential title stardom next season, competing with Man City and United and Liverpool and whoever else competes for the Premier League title. So yeah, absolutely over the moon with this signing. £97.5 million, a very good deal for, in my opinion, for a world-class striker who's guaranteed goals in the Premier League. He was really good at West Brom, really good at Everton that we saw, and of course even at United did have a very good goal record despite the fact he was branded a flop at Man United. So yeah, unbelievable signing, and definitely in my opinion value for money. And yeah, as I said, just an unbelievable signing because he takes us up that level, because last season we had obviously Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham and Olivier Giroud as our three strikers, and don't get me wrong, all definitely played their parts in throughout last season with the roles they did play, but none of them are of the same profile going forward as Romelu Lukaku, who's a guaranteed goal getter. He will score 20 goals minimum next season. I'm absolutely guaranteeing that. He showed it with West Brom, he showed it with Everton especially, and even still, as I said, even though he was branded as a flop at Man United, he still did score goals for them when necessary. And if we play to his strengths, my god, we've got one of the top three, if not top two best strikers in the world. I think at this moment in time the only two better in the world than him are Harry Kane and Robert Lewandowski, and debatably Erling Haaland, who of course we were linked with the whole of the summer. But definitely we have gotten ourselves one of the best strikers in the world, as I said, a guaranteed goal scorer, and also as well has modified his game in Italy where he's good on the ball now. His link-up play is top class as it usually was. He's got a massive figure on him, so he can hold up players and use his back to goal. And I think overall Romelu Lukaku is one of the most complete strikers in the world at this moment in time, with that goal scoring touch that we've desperately needed last season, as I said. And yeah, just over the moon with this signing, as I keep saying. And yeah, in my personal opinion, he just completes our team, to be honest with you. And obviously that won't be the last transfer we do make, because it does like they're going to sign Jules Koundé and maybe Aurélien Tchouameni as well during the course of the remainder of the transfer window. But in my personal opinion, I think we only really needed a striker from last season, because you look at our team, especially defensively, Mendy in goal, a very good goalkeeper, our back three of the likes of Christensen, Azpilicueta, Rudiger, who's been world class last season, Silva as well, Thiago Silva, Chilwell and James as wing backs, and then in midfield as well, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, and then up front as well, we are absolutely stockpiling quality players up front with the likes of Mount, Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, and now Romelu Lukaku once again. It just absolutely completes our team to a T, and yeah, I think we'll definitely, as I keep saying, make us very serious contenders for Man City's title next season. And yeah, maybe even in some extreme cases makes us favourites, because as I said, Thomas Tuchel last season in the Premier League, he had Pep Guardiola's number. He beat him in the Premier League, the FA Cup, and of course in that infamous Champions League final as well with Kai Havertz's goal. And yeah, Chelsea's record in the big games last season, especially when Thomas Tuchel came in, was absolutely brilliant. We beat the likes of Spurs, we beat City of course, we beat Liverpool at Anfield. Obviously we won the Champions League as well, winning against Atletico Madrid, Porto, Real Madrid over two legs as well. Honestly, I think Chelsea this season are going to be a real force to be reckoned with, and although I don't really think we're probably favourites, I think that's probably a bit generous of me to say and maybe a bit biased, because we can't forget the fact that City walked away with the league last season for the second half of the season, and on top of that they've added with the likes of Jack Grealish. They're probably going to get Harry Kane as well, so City will be massively looking to win the league next season, and probably will be able to do so with the quality they will have. But I think Chelsea are now real contenders with Man City and Man United and Liverpool, as I said, next season for the title race. And in my personal opinion, as I keep saying, Lukaku definitely completes our team and will make us for sure title contenders for the majority of next season. I'm really excited to see how it pans out next season for Lukaku. And obviously as well, the fact he's a Chelsea supporter will definitely play massively on the fact, because obviously he's a Chelsea fan. He's going to give his all for this club. He's going to put his body on the line, and of course, as we've seen in interviews as well, apparently according to sources, he's hungry. He has a point to prove, of course, because for some reason he has doubters in the Premier League, so he definitely will want to prove a point at Chelsea and guide us to a Premier League title. He hasn't won a Premier League title yet as well. I think there's just a lot of reasons why Romelu Lukaku will be an absolutely brilliant signing for us next season, and in my personal opinion will be probably one of the signings of the summer, if not the signing of the summer, if it does work out the way we are expecting it to be. And as well, you've seen how much it strikes fear into opposition fans as well. I've seen City fans on Twitter, United fans and Liverpool fans and all the teams around us, how much they're fearing Romelu Lukaku becoming a Chelsea player, because they know he completes our team. They know exactly what I'm saying, how Romelu Lukaku is exactly what we needed to compete for the title and win the Premier League title. And yeah, I think that's definitely a positive when you see the rival fans, bigging up a signing that we've made, which doesn't really tend to happen that often, but I think that just shows the quality of striker we have got with Romelu Lukaku and exactly what he brings to us. He's only just turned 28 years of age as well. As I said, he's got a point to prove. He's in his prime at this moment in time. He's raring to go in the Premier League, and yeah, probably will have 3, 4, if not 5 years at the top level as well with Chelsea. So in my personal opinion, it's a really good piece of business, and I think he's definitely a similar profile to the likes of Diego Costa and Didier Drogba, as I said as well. So yeah, what a signing, as I keep saying. I know I keep saying it. I'm just so excited the fact that Romelu Lukaku plays for Chelsea Football Club once again now, and he is a world-class striker. Obviously as well, if there's any doubters still, he's in the top 20 Premier League goal scorers of all time, and he left the Premier League at the age of 26. He played 8 seasons in the Premier League. Of course, most of those seasons he was very young, playing for clubs like West Brom and Everton, who were, for most of the time mid-table or even below that. To be in the top 20 goal scorers at his age, and with the teams he played for, he will be looking to add to that and probably even break into the top 10 scorers, if not even further up the list than that in the next however long he plays at Chelsea. It's a really, really exciting time to be a Chelsea fan. I can't wait to see if we can compete for the Premier League title next season. I think we will do with that, obviously, combined Thomas Tuchel and his tactical expertise with the defence we have, the midfield we have, and now the attack we have with guaranteed goals in Romelu Lukaku, alongside players like Mount and Havertz and Werner, and as I said, all those players. It's looking really, really good to be a Chelsea fan at this moment in time, and as I said, I'm absolutely buzzing now for the season to start. He won't be available to play at Crystal Palace at the weekend, which is a bit disappointing, but he will be making his debut at the Emirates against Arsenal. What a moment that would be if he could bag a winner on his debut at the Emirates. That would just be absolute scenes. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm really excited with this signing, and I think that's where I'm going to leave this video. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, and if you're a Chelsea fan and looking forward to Romelu Lukaku being in a Chelsea shirt once again, make sure to leave a like on the video down below. That would be massively appreciated by myself. And also, if you are a rival fan that's afraid of Romelu Lukaku joining Chelsea, also make sure to leave a like rating on the video as well. And if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would be massively appreciated by myself. We are looking at 1.7k subscribers on this channel as soon as we possibly can. And yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. So yeah, see ya.